Hey, good morning, everyone. Paul McMahon here with Forex Smart Trade. So glad you could be with us this last trading day of 2021. Here at Forex Smart Trade, our mission and goal is to help you become the best version of yourself. And given that it's a new year coming, people tend to spend a little bit more time thinking about how they could become that best version of themselves. Here we do that by teaching you how to currency trade with our proprietary trading tools that have been around for almost 23 years now and are very, very accurate. And we believe that once you learn how to read the indicator and once you learn how to read the indicator, you can translate that into a new lifestyle. And we help you learn how to read the indicator by giving you personalized one-on-one training. We think that one-on-one training is really the most efficient and effective way to learn currency trading. With that, in this session, we focus on a couple different trades. There are over a dozen different signals that you can trade off of using the indicators. There are two that I like. One is called the 10-point trade, where we're basically trying to get all the lines to line up. And then the other is a little scalp trade that is good right at the top of the hour, a couple minutes before the top of the hour, where we try to get a little 5-pip move when the market's either overbought or oversold. So with that, let's get started and see what we have. We need to listen to this guy first.
Due to federal and state regulations, we are providing the following disclosure. Please stay tuned, as this will take less than a minute. Foreign exchange, futures, and cryptocurrency trading are highly risky, and you can lose all the money you invest should you decide to engage in live trading. We are not responsible for your investment, trading, or tax decisions. We are not licensed financial advisors, traders, accountants, stockbrokers, or attorneys. We are not licensed commodities brokers and do not engage in or facilitate commodities transactions. We are not an introducing broker, and we make no recommendations to where you should invest or what broker you should trade with. As you apply what you learn, we recommend you seek advice from licensed professionals. Any trade results that we show should not be considered typical of our students. We do not and cannot track the results or performance of our students' private trading accounts. We do not know what a typical or average student earns or loses trading. This is not a get-rich-quick program, guaranteed system, or business opportunity. We sell training and trading tools. We make no promises our training or tools will generate future income for students, and you may not make your investment back, including your investment in this training. Any redistribution or recording of this material is strictly prohibited without advance written permission.
Now, another one of the great things about our program is that as part of that one-on-one training, we do live trades every day. When you are a light, you get access to what's available here in the yellow. When you become a full member, we do a trade every morning at 10 a.m. We do a trade every evening at 10 p.m. We do a trade on Sunday when the market opens. We have continuing education on Saturdays and on Wednesday evenings. And then we also have extra paid sessions where an experienced trader comes online. They go through their analysis, and different people like to trade with different signals. So you get to see a variety of different traders and how they interpret what they're looking at, and hear them make their analysis and get the opportunity to ask them questions. I trade off of if you've been here before, off of a little checklist. I start by making sure everything is live, and I've done that before we came online. Good practice is every day to review that current day's activities to see what could be improved, what you could have done a little bit better, or why a trade didn't go the way you did. I recommend if you're trading off of a 5-minute chart, that becomes a little harder because you're taking so many trades. But if you're trading off of an hour or longer chart, take a screenshot of what you're looking at when you take the trade, and then you can go back to whoever you're working with or me and have me take a look at it, or them take a look at it, and we can give you our analysis as to what we would have done when we were looking at that. As we are technical traders, we are trading based on the price action. Our indicator is very good at picking up the price action. Price action is not the only thing that determines movement. News also determines movement. So we want to take a look at what that news is so that we can trade around it. And we do that by going to Forex Factory. Forex Factory breaks news down into three categories: low impact, which is yellow; medium impact, which is orange; and high impact, which is red. We don't have any high impacts till next week. And in fact, today and tomorrow are very slow trading days. So it's already a bank holiday in Japan. Tomorrow is a bank holiday in Europe. And then on Monday, bank holiday here in the US, Canada, New Zealand. So really until Tuesday, we'll take a trade this morning. We'll look for a trade this morning. We'll be a little picky because things are winding down for the rest of the year. Even though they've got this highlighted as a low impact, I'm thinking unemployment claims could have a little bounce on the USD, but we'll just keep that in mind. So let's go ahead and start our analysis. So basically, we've got nothing to worry about. I will not be sending out a trade tonight because tomorrow won't be a good trading day at all. And probably after this trade, I probably won't be taking any more trades the rest of the day. So let's go ahead and see what we have. Here is our Light 6 major chart, which is, come on here. Five minutes before I came online, I tested everything to make sure it was going. And it froze up again. All right, well, we're not going to wait for it. We will just close this. Let's close this. Let's close this too. And we will bring a new chart over and just try again. We'll use a different browser. I'm going to log out and then log back in. Open up the chart. All right, so this is our 6 light major, which is one of the standard layout charts. I call it the composite chart. It's showing us 6 different currency pairs, all on a 1-hour candle. And it allows me to kind of scan quickly through the various charts and see if I see the setup that I'm looking for. And I've got 4 different versions of this, as you can see right here, with just different currency pairs. So we're going to start, and then we will just walk through each pair and see what we see. With the chart, I start with the middle chart, which is the majors and minors. Red and green lines are majors, black and gray are minors. I am looking for situations where these lines are either above the blue line, which is the overbought line, or below the red line, which is the oversold line. When the lines are above, that is the beginning of a sell signal. Likewise, when the lines are below, when the market's overbought, that's the beginning of a buy signal. I am looking for and to get a little bit more precision on when the timing is right to take the sell. I am looking for the lines not only to be above the line, but I want all of these lines pointing down. And right now we've got the minors, the black and gray have started to point down. The majors, the green and red, are kind of going sideways. So I do not have the setup here. So then I just go on to the next one. Euro USD. We're in the middle of the channel. I took a trade on this last hour that is still open because the lines were here, just entering the channel, and I'm hoping here to kind of ride it through the channel. So we had a good setup 1 hour ago, 5:30. But as you see, it's already started moving through the channel. So we're a little late to get in on this. But you should see this on my results tonight. Pound USD, we are just entering overbought, still going up. USD Canadian dollar, oversold, still going down. USD Swiss franc, oversold, still going down. And USD Canadian, we're in the middle of the channel, and miners have gone to the oversold side. Majors are losing a little bit of steam here. They started to kink and go sideways while they're in the channel. So nothing there. So what we're going to do now is I'm going to duplicate this chart and then open up my second pair of charts here. I call it the 6 major 2, where we've got, again, six different pairs. These are non-US based pairs. So euro pound, we are oversold. Minors are going up. Majors are sideways. I want everybody going up. And what I'm trying to do here is each of these sections and each of these lines are measuring slightly different things. And when I can get agreement across all of them, that gives me the highest accuracy or the best chance of the trade doing what I think it's going to do. So once I get to see the lines doing what I want them to do, that's the time to take a trade. And then the other element to this is just having the patience to wait for that setup to come. Not to guess that the setup is going to come, but just to wait. When I see the setup, take the trade. And then having the confidence that when I see the setup, I know it's going to do what it's supposed to do. And one of the things that we have you do as we teach you to trade is when you land on a signal that you like, we have you go back and back test it so that you're entirely confident that when you see those lines set up that way, that the trade is there's a 70, 80, 90% chance the trade is going to do what you expect it to do. So here, AUD yen overbought. Majors are still going up. The minors have started to turn. Euro Canadian, we're oversold. Everybody's still going down. AUD NZD, we're in the middle of the channel and we've just reached the halfway mark. Since we are at the halfway, since we're a little beyond the halfway mark, I'm going to pass. If this were pulled back a little bit on the majors, I might consider it. But let us see if we've got something better. Because what I'm looking is if I can catch it up here when it's overbought, I can run it all the way through the channel and get anywhere from 5 to 30 pips on it on a 1 hour chart. Pound yen overbought, going up. Euro Australian dollar. oversold. Minors are going up. Majors are kind of going up. They're a little bit more sideways than I would like. The slope of this line isn't very good. And in fact, the slope is going from more steep on this part of the line, and then you see there's a little kink in the line to less steep. I don't like when the line kinks and goes from more steep to less steep. I want the kink to be from less steep to more steep. So this is almost sideways. The green line is on top. It has crossed over the red, and the gray has crossed over. So I technically have 3 points here. When I have 3 points here, I go to my TNTs, the 2 orange lines, and I count how many lines are consistent with the buy that I'm seeing here. The 2 orange lines are going up. That's telling me buy. The 2 blue lines are coming down. Blue lines are inversely related, so when blue's coming down, that means buy. So all 4 lines are telling me buy here. On the pressure, I've got slight down pressure, but the green line is on top, and the green line is pulling away from the red line. So I've got 8 points here. 1 point here, 3 points here, one that were oversold. The lines are, oh, actually the red is just crossing back over here. I am going to hold off on this. I'm going to see what else we got. The red is just crossed over while we're looking at this Euro AUD. So we're going to hold off here. So nothing. So now let us duplicate this and bring up another pair. Overbought going up, oversold going down, pound New Zealand dollar in the middle of the channel past the halfway mark, New Zealand dollar yen overbought, majors are still going up, gold's dollar overbought going up, Bitcoin overbought going up. So nothing there. So again, let's duplicate this. And then I'm going to pull up the next chart, the 6 major 4. Oversold, AUD C80 oversold going down, strongly going down. Oh no! So now it's all right. It's reformulated. We're in the middle of the chart. AUD CAD. Everybody's going down. We are just touching the halfway mark. So theoretically, we have 3 points here that we were oversold. everybody's pointing down. The red line is crossed over the green line, and the black line is crossed over the gray line. I'm not concerned that the miners have kind of already run through the channel. I'm more concerned where the location of the majors are, and they're just touching the halfway mark. The two orange lines here, the thick and thin, are going down. The two blue lines are going up. Up means sell. So all four are telling me sell. I have up pressure that's kind of going sideways with the red line on top. Red line on top gives me a point, so I've got 8 points here. I also like this because the green line is kind of pointing down and the lines are diverging here. So I've got 8 points and I kind of like it. So, and also if you'll notice here, I've got the green line less steep to more steep. Less steep to more steep. So I like that too. So I like what I'm seeing here. So what I'm going to do is, again, I'm going to duplicate this. So now I need to get a little bit more information if this is a good trade or not. And to get that little bit more information, on the AUD-CAD, I am going to open up a new chart, a clean chart, that lets me figure out if I want something else confirming what I'm seeing here on the 1 hour chart. That again, by confirming what I'm seeing on the 1 hour chart on a 2 hour and 4 hour chart, that increases the probability that the move is going to go the way I want it to go. So one, I want to kind of confirm that we've got a buy move coming, and then I need to figure out how much that buy move is worth. So I'm just opening up a chart where I've got multiple time frames on here, and I am going to change the pair from to the AUD-CAD. AUD-CAD. And it is a little slow. Now, this is what we were looking at a minute ago. Now, my concern here, so when we were looking at this a minute ago, these lines were at the halfway mark. They're now showing us that they're at, oh, here we go. All right, so took a minute for it to load. So what I'm going to look at is where the 2 hour chart is. And basically, I'm looking to see that the lines are oversold, overbought. So if we're overbought here coming down, I want this to be overbought. I don't necessarily need it to be going down like this. Like this is actually a very nice signal here on the 2 hour. All the lines are nice and tight, and we've got terrific steepness on this green line. I just want them to be overbought. If they're overbought, that then I know that at some point they're coming down. So if this signal happens to change, eventually we're going to come down. The 2 hours telling me we're going to come down. Now, ideally, I would like to see that here on the 4 hour, where these lines are up here. These lines didn't make it to overbought. Now the question is this, but they've started to turn. They're in the channel. They were going up and they've started to turn. They're not coming down yet, but they've started to turn. The miners are coming down. Pressure, I've got strong up pressure, but the red line is crossed over. So that typically will tell me the next candle is going to be a red candle. And I'm seeing that here. And again, up pressure with the red line on top. And the two lines are separating, the green line separating, again, telling me we're going to see a red candle, which we do. I'd rather see these lines up here, but let's do one more piece of analysis. And that next piece of analysis is I am going to take a look at where the support and resistance is. So if we go back to my my little chart here, I want to know what the support and resistance is and what the trend is. So let's see if we can see that before we run out of time here. This is taking a little bit of time. I'm monitoring the CPU usage. Not too long ago, I changed the computer from an i5 to an i7. And we have whatever the highest amount of bandwidth is that you can get. So it shouldn't be a bandwidth issue. Now it looks like they've all let's try it again. ECAD. Oops, what do we get going on here? Why aren't I getting what I want? All right, I want to put some support and resistance in here. We've already kind of gone on to the next hour. The candle has changed. Support and resistance will give me an idea as to how much the trade is worth. And the support and resistance is basically spots where the candles seem to naturally stop. So it seems to stop right in here and right in here. Stops right here, over here, over here. Now we are trading into a uptrend. We are taking a down trade. So when you're trading against the trend, you want to take less pips than if you're trading into the trend. So I want to get this so we can see it a little bit better. I want to know how many pips we have available from where we are to where the support and resistance lines are. So I've got 10 pips up and I've got 10 pips down. 10 pips up, 10 pips down. We are taking a sell trade into an uptrend. So we're going to take somewhere less than 10 pips. Now the question is, so this is what we're looking at an hour. This is what we're looking at the top of the hour. This is what we were looking at the top of the hour. But as we move forward, we are almost all the way through the channel. I don't like this enough, even though we're a little late on it. This is weakened here. This is weakened here. So with that, we're going to pass. We're going to pass. I'm just looking at it, thinking about it just a little bit more here, but we missed it. Well, actually, it's probably good that we missed it because right now I'm not sure we would have gotten it. So we looked at 24 charts today. We didn't get a chance to do the thick orange line trade because it took us a little longer to figure out what was going on with this 10-point trade. But again, sometimes the best trade you take is the one that you don't take. We want to take trades where everything lines up. And when everything lines up, we've got the highest probability of taking a good trade. Let's see if we have any questions this morning. No questions this morning. I would be careful trading today, and I'm not trading tomorrow. So again, the indicators work better when there's more trade activity, and because we're kind of rolling into the holiday for New Year's, a lot of traders aren't trading. So, uh, 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 um, you know, I'm not saying not to trade, because like that's been my philosophy all week. But you saw yesterday, I was able to kind of jump onto that large move on the Euro USD. But that being said, have a great New Year. Be safe, and we will see you on Monday evening, 6:30 p.m. All right. Thanks so much, guys. Bye-bye.